Big complaint that I always see about meal prepping is that it takes too much time. So this exact one that I'm doing right here takes hardly any time at all. I'm very hands-off when I approach my meal prep because I really don't enjoy the cooking aspect of it when I know that I could be doing something else. I've actually been using this exact same recipe ever since I graduated from college and took my first corporate job. At that point, I was making about $15 an hour, so I had to find a way to still eat fairly clean and save my bank a little. So in this video, I'll give you a step-by-step guide on how exactly to prep this. Let's get started. So I'm using this old crock pot. I'm just going to build a layer of hot sauce. So we're just going to get that whole bottom kind of covered right there. Time to put the chicken in. So I put the chicken in and I'm just going to put another layer of hot sauce over it. And you just put in as much as you like. I probably use about half the bottle now. And that's literally all I'm going to do for the chicken right now for the next couple of hours. I'm gonna put it on low heat. So the next step is to cook the veggies, and I don't really mess with those big vegetables, so I just keep it pretty simple. And by big vegetables, I just mean like I don't feel like chopping up anything. Again, what I'm going for here is time and efficiency. So I'm just gonna throw one of these bags in. I think it says I have to throw it in for about like 5 minutes or so. Yep. And boom, we'll check back up on this. What comes next is I'll end up cooking with this rice cooker. So my goal right now is to cook as much rice as possible in this rice cooker. If you don't have a rice cooker, just use a stove. It really doesn't matter what you use, whatever's the easiest. I'm half Vietnamese, so by law, I have to have a rice cooker. So right now, I got all my rice right here. Sink's a little dirty. Don't look at it. 3 cups of uncooked rice. I'm just going to kind of clean it a little bit. Next thing you want to do is make sure that you put in just about double the water that you put in the rice. So I'm going to be putting in 6 cups of water. And if you don't have a measuring cup or anything, you can use this line on your finger to actually measure how deep it is, and as long as it goes up to that line, your rice is going to be good enough. Now we wait about 30 minutes for that to cook. Put in another bag of vegetables. Typically each bag lasts me about 2.5 meals. So with both these bags, I just try and divvy them out as evenly as possible. I'm putting in 1.5 cups of rice. You don't need to use as much rice as I just did right there. I'm actually trying to put on a tad bit more calories. So if just 1 cup of rice or a little bit less works for you, go ahead. Now you have about 3 to 4 hours to do whatever you want while the chicken cooks. And about 2 hours in, you'll want to shred and mix the chicken up with a couple of forks. And in this example, I was going off of 6 ounces of cooked chicken and 1.5 cups of rice. Above are the macros. However, if you're looking for less calories or if you're in a cut, you can simply reduce the chicken to 4 ounces and only use 1 cup of rice. As you can see, the calories did reduce quite a bit. So this meal is super easy to manipulate the calories and protein to what you're looking for. And to prove that this is hardly going to cost you anything, if you look at what's above, each meal is only going to cost you about $3 per meal. Now, if you wanted to decrease the amount of chicken that you put in there to 4 ounces, it only comes out to $2.02 per meal. It's actually going to cost less because the rice would probably go down by a little. I didn't even feel like doing the math for that. Now, if you went to Chipotle for 5 days in a row, which actually isn't even that badly priced, you'll end up saving closer to $60 per week. Then add in the amount of time that it takes for you to drive over there and the gas money associated with it. And if you add all that up on a monthly basis, you'll end up saving closer to $200 to $300 per month just by prepping your food. If you were going out to eat multiple times in a day, this would basically almost cover your entire rent, or at least a good portion of it. Anyone saying that eating healthy has to cost way more is a liar, and it's time that you finally heard it from the truther. Like, comment, and subscribe, and peace off.